Hey guys, welcome back. Today, remember I told you we're gonna go back to the basics. So I'm gonna set up this worm tower the way I do it if I'm gonna use it for composting and maybe to get good castings. I'm not gonna set this up or even treat it like I treat my breeder bins or anything like that. This is just for regular composting, to keep it in your kitchen, to, you know, compost your scraps. So, and this is the way I started out many years ago. By the way, thank you for those of you that asked how my daughter was and sent her best wishes and prayers and everything else. I really appreciate it. She's doing better. She's doing great. So she just has to take care of herself, you know. So I really appreciate you guys. You know, I love my YouTube family. This is why we're such a good community. So continue to keep us in your thoughts and prayers. So right now I'm just starting with just basic newspaper. I mean, the goal of composting with worms is to keep the stuff out of your landfill. And for those of you that cook like I do, you know, it helps to just get rid of all your scraps and turn it into nice fertilizer for your plants and your gardens so that you don't have to use chemicals. So, and that's the reason I started all of this. In January, it'll be 21 years. I know, right? I can't believe it. So anyway, I put down this newspaper and I do dampen it a little bit. And then I start deciding what else am I gonna layer this with. So I'll take you there. So you see, I wet it down a little bit, not too much, because the goal of putting this is to prevent the worms from like going down there through the little holes into the bottom tray. And if they do, that's okay, because eventually they're gonna eat this and they are gonna go down. So what I've always done is I lift up this tray and I rescue them and I bring them back up. Some people don't, but I do. I don't know, I get concerned about them down there. I just don't want them seeing get hurt or anything. But anyway, so now let's see, what do I normally have at home as a composter? I'll have like shredded paper, or if I have extra peat moss, or, you know, straw from outside, or grass, or leaves. Worms really love dry leaves, but right now it's August here and the leaf season hasn't started yet. So I'm gonna go get some of the other things and then I'll show you what to do with that. So I'm adding some pine shavings that I still have, and this is just plain pine shavings. I just happen to have them from some of my other bins. I love the smell of this. It smells so good. And I know this is dry, but I will wet it down. But I'm doing a little layer of that. You know, they do eat the pine shavings. I never thought they did, but they do. There's another channel I watch called Worm Composting, and he does pine shavings too. So now I'm gonna add some watered down straw mixed in with some peat moss that I just happen to have over there. You know I buy a lot of supplies for my worms, but I can't help it. You know, worms are they can be very diverse. Someone on here said that they think that worms just do the same thing all the time, every day. Oh no, worms are very different, and I've noticed that through the years of working with them. Different types of worms do different things, behave different at certain times. I mean, the things that I have witnessed have floored me. They really have. Like, I never thought I'd see this, but one time I had a bunch of European night crawlers escape my bins, and they were making a beeline for the door. They had a line made like little army soldiers, and I had never seen worms do that. So that was pretty impressive. But they like different things, you know. They do different. And, you know, in order to get different castings, you got to add different things. My first bin of the Worm Factory 360, I started with only paper because I didn't know what else to put. And they did fine, and I got castings, but the castings were kind of pale, and you could see in it that it was paper, which I still used, but you know, through the years I learned different things. So try to use whatever you have around your house, and if you need to buy them something, well then go ahead. Don't feel any guilt. So I'm gonna give them shredded newspaper also. So now I shredded up some newspaper. I'm just gonna dampen it down. I do have that other watering machine, but since I'm just doing a tower, it's fine. You can use whatever you have on hand. Sometimes those little spray bottles, empty ones at the dollar store, they work fine. And if you like them in fashionable colors like I do, they have them in all colors. So see, the newspaper is just damp. So now I'm gonna add some Dolomite lime, and I'm gonna add some minerals. Azomite, because the Dolomite lime will not only calm down the acidity in the peat moss, but it'll also act as a grit. But I also want to give them some eggshell grit. No, let's give them some oyster shell. Now my oyster shell, let me come back over here. I haven't set up my microphone yet. My oyster shell, as you can see, is not crumbled up, but I've used it like this several times and it seems to do the job. Like, I'll break it, it eventually disappears, it does its thing, so I'll go like this. Now when I first start a tower, I don't fill it up to the top, because the goal is to put your worms in here, right? And they're gonna go down. So then you're gonna lift up a corner and feed it food from your kitchen. My recommendation is always freeze your scraps, because you will avoid all kinds of bugs, fruit flies or anything like that. One time I didn't do that, and I fed my worms a lot of bananas, and I had, like, the fruit flies went crazy. They really did. So now I just wet it down a little, and I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna go get some worms. So let's see what kind of worms I'm gonna put in this. All right, so in this worm tower, I'm gonna add African night crawlers, European night crawlers, red wigglers, and a bunch of cocoons from my Louisiana swamp worms. There are no blues in here. I'm gonna add all of them just to see how they do, all four in a tower living together. I've raised all four of them in a giant tub. I know those of you that watch me regularly saw me do that. So I'm gonna wet them down. But you know, let's see how they do here. My suspicion is they're gonna do fine. Now, will one species dominate the other? I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to find out. So now, while I wet them down a little bit, I don't feed right now. I feed them tomorrow. I give them a chance to calm down. What I do is I put a piece of wet newspaper on the top. Just to, you know, encourage them to come up and maybe explore. So I fold this. I just cover the surface. It helps to keep the worm bin moist. And before you know it, you know, they're gonna probably eat this too. I've had towers as tall as, I think, 7 trays. I know, it was insane. It was so big and it got so heavy, and I'm like, well, I can't do that many. But this one, I'll probably do 3, or I'll see what I have, because guys, I think I have every tower that exists out there except the can of worms. I don't have that one, and I don't have the urban worm bag, which is not a tower, but it's another composting thing. Let's see, I have the Worm Factory 360. I have the Worm Factory. I have the one that's called Gusanito, which means little worm in Spanish. And I have one of the frog ones, which is purple, which I have in my kitchen. And, you know, these worms in my towers, I consider them my pets. They're the ones that I kind of fool around with, and I do experiments with, and, you know, I do fun things with. My breeders, you know, those are different. They're more for business, so I treat them a little different as far as, like, I don't take so many chances with them. But then there are other moments I do, so I guess you never know what kind of mood I'm going to be. But, you know, sometimes this newspaper is hard to get wet, but once it gets wet, it'll stay moist. So today I'll just leave it like this, and tomorrow when I come down, I'll uncover it. I bet you there will be worms under here, and I'll surface feed only for now, and then we're gonna get together some scraps and I'll show you how to feed that. So this is going back to the basics, guys. So it's important to compost, you know, even if you live in an apartment, you can have one of these things. You don't have to buy a tower. You can do it with plastic bins. I've seen people all over YouTube doing it with plastic bins. I personally like towers. This is how I learned, and this is just something that I just prefer. But you can have worms in a big house, a garage, an apartment, you know. If you don't have a garden, then when you have castings, you know, give them away to a neighbor, or you could even sell them. People will buy organic fertilizer, especially with today the world is going, you know, people are steering away, I think, from chemicals, and this is just a better route to go. All right, guys, so we're gonna call this the Everybody Lives in the Tower bin. And what day is today? August 17th. So I'll keep you updated. This is day 1 for this tower, and I'll keep you updated on this, okay? So if you haven't subscribed yet, press that button, watch my videos. Once I hit like 6 months to a year, I'm going to show you my income from YouTube and what I actually make, because I know some people will show you, some won't, but I will. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.